Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor and I share these What's for Dinner videos every Sunday to hopefully give you guys some meal ideas and some motivation to cook more for your family. I'm all about cooking at home and saving money. So if you like those kinds of things, I hope that you will subscribe down below. Now let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Okay, it is Friday, and tonight for dinner we are going to have pulled pork sandwiches. So I actually took this piece of pork loin that I got at Sam's Club, and when I separated everything last night, I put this one in a bowl with this, I can't remember the brand. I will have it linked down below, but it's like their vinegar mop sauce. It smells really good, like a little bit vinegary and a little bit tomatoey. It has a bunch of seasonings in it. So I poured that whole bottle in with the pork loin last night and let that just sit in the fridge overnight. And now this morning I just dumped the bowl into the crock pot and I'm going to cook it on low all day. Okay, here is the pulled pork. After a couple of hours I shredded it. Okay, here is the pork. After a couple of hours I shredded it, and it shredded super easily. There was a lot of liquid because I did put that whole bottle of stuff in it. So I ended up using my turkey baster to remove a lot of the liquid. And then I added in some of this Kansas City style barbecue sauce. And I also used my kitchen scissors and kind of cut it up a little bit. So there is that. This is Andy's plate. I didn't make a sandwich because I don't know if he wants more barbecue sauce or cheese. But I fried up some potatoes with some onion and some Tony seasoning and Body Complete. And then we've got some baked beans. And here are the kids' plates. They have American cheese on their sandwich. And here's my plate, and we'll have some ketchup with our potatoes. And that is dinner for Friday. It is Saturday night, and it is Halloween. And tonight for dinner, I am making a big pot of chili. My brother and my sister are coming over because we're just pretty much staying home this year. We're going to do a little hunt for candy outside. And so chili is always like our Halloween meal because it's like something easy to come home to after trick-or-treating. But, you know, we're not doing that this year, but we're still going to have chili. So this is a recipe that Andy came up with, like, it's been years now. It was before we had kids. He, like, threw stuff together and, like, wrote it down as he threw stuff in. And then I typed up this whole picture, and I actually have it on Pinterest if you are interested in making this. I also have a video where I just make this, so I will leave that linked down below as well. But I haven't like shown myself making it in a while, but anytime I make chili, this is what I'm making. I have made an adjustment to it in the last year. For a little bit more spice, we add some cayenne pepper to the ground beef while it cooks, and we add a little bit more to the crock pot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on cooking up my ground beef with some of the seasonings, and then in here is my onion and green pepper that I diced up last night. So seasonings, we've got the cayenne pepper, as I said, we've got ground red pepper, ground cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, oregano, and salt and pepper. And so I'll cook the ground beef with some of those, some of a little bit of everything. And then I've got some tomato sauce, tomato paste, kidney beans, light and dark red kidney beans, pinto beans, and all of those I have drained and rinsed, and they're sitting in a colander. I've got some of these dried chili pods. Usually I add 2 in there. I think that's what I have left. So those are going to go in there, and those will get pulled out at the end. More seasonings in the crock pot, and then 3 cans of chili ready tomatoes, and then it'll be about 1 can of water as well. As I said, this will be linked down below for all of the measurements for everything.
Not scary.
Okay, my sister made a cheese ball that looks like a skeleton head. And we made some deviled eggs with eyeballs on them. And then here's the chili. It's bubbling away over here. I'm going to take out these peppers. And then we've got saltine crackers, Fritos, hot sauce, sour cream, and cheddar cheese for toppings for our chili. But that is going to be dinner for Halloween night. On Sunday, I made tuna casserole. This is always a family favorite, and I've shared my recipe for it quite a few times. I will have a video linked down below where I made it in depth. I just didn't feel like pulling out the camera this night and recording me making it. And we just served that with peas. We always have tuna casserole and peas. I know some people like to put their peas inside their tuna casserole. That's just not my thing, so we always have it on the side. It is Monday night, and tonight for dinner, I am frying up some chicken thighs in the air fryer. I've got 5 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and I'm going to season them all over with some Badia Complete Seasoning and some Tony's, and then I'm going to stick them in my air fryer, and I'm going to cook these at 380 degrees, and we're going to do skin side down first for 12 minutes, and then flip them over and do skin side up for 10 to 15 minutes until they are done. Okay, the chicken is done. Here are our plates to go with this. Tonight I made some sides that were for a video for Thanksgiving sides, and that video actually already went up. It went up on Thursday, so make sure you check that out. This is a broccoli rice casserole, and these are glazed carrots, and both of those will be in that video, so it'll be linked down below if you're interested in that. But that is going to be our dinner for Monday night. On Tuesday, I tried a new recipe for some Cajun shrimp and rice. I will have it linked down below for you guys if you're interested in looking at the exact measurements and everything. I started off by melting about a tablespoon of butter in my skillet, and once that was melted, I added in 1 bag of shrimp. I bought these kind from Aldi that are already cleaned and peeled and deveined and everything, and I just threw those in. They're the medium size with some Tony's Creole seasoning. Once the shrimp was cooked through, I removed them from the pan and put them in this bowl on the side, which I ended up covering up with foil to keep them a little bit warm. And then I added in another tablespoon of butter and about a teaspoon of oil. And in that, I cooked my onions and minced garlic until the onions were tender. Next, I added 1 cup of rice to the pan and I just toasted that for 3 to 4 minutes. Once the rice was toasted enough, I added in some chopped red bell pepper, some tomato, and some more Cajun seasoning, and I gave everything a good mix. And then I added in 3 cups of chicken broth, and then I covered this and cooked it over medium-low heat for 15 minutes. At 15 minutes, my rice wasn't done, but I went ahead and added in my shrimp and let it continue to cook until the rice was done. This Cajun shrimp and rice was so good. We love the addition of the peppers and the tomatoes and onions. The last time I made one, I think it was just like shrimp and rice, like no like vegetables or anything in it, and we really liked it. And you can customize how spicy it is based on how much seasoning you add. And I think I did add just a tad bit too much, but it was fine for us. We all ate it, and then we had some lemon on top of it and some zucchini on the side. It is Wednesday, and tonight for dinner we are going off the meal plan, and we are having nachos to use up some leftover chili. We had planned to have this for lunch one day this week, but it just didn't end up happening, so we are having it for dinner instead to use up that chili, as I said. And then if there's anything else left, we will freeze this. I already put 1 bag of chili in the freezer because we can always use it for other meals. If you saw my Sam's Club haul, you saw that I bought the ginormous can of the Rico's nacho cheese. So I opened that up today, and then I'm going to freeze the leftovers. So we have that on top of our chili, on top of some chips. Those are the kids, just kind of plain. And then I pulled out sour cream and jalapenos and some olives for myself. But that is going to be dinner for Tuesday. Nope, Wednesday. Okay, it is Thursday, last night of the meal plan for us, and we're having spaghetti. I made a big pot of spaghetti sauce, started it earlier today, cooked for a couple hours, and then I cooked up some ground beef and took some of that sauce and mixed it with the ground beef once it was cooked. Ignore my dirty stove. It's messy making homemade sauce. It splatters everywhere. I've got some noodles in there. That's the lid for that. Funny story, I forgot to make the noodles. So I had my homemade sauce going, I had my meat cooking, I even had my garlic bread in the oven. I'm telling the kids, dinner's gonna be ready in just a few minutes. And then I'm like, crap, I didn't boil any waters. I didn't cook any noodles. So then I still had to do that. Just like, how do you have spaghetti without noodles? Like, what? So we got that all cooked up. These are our plates. As I said, I cooked up garlic bread. This was bread that I had homemade. It was in the freezer. I pulled it out. Spread some of this on there. I find this at Sam's Club, but it is available other places. If you just Google Chef Shammy's, then on their website they have a store locator. I think around me it's available at Sam's and Sprouts. So check their website and you can see where it's available in your area. But that is going to be our pretty easy dinner for Thursday. And that is going to be it for what's for dinner this week. It was a really short one this week. I didn't have a lot of new stuff to share with y'all, but I hope that y'all still got some inspiration and some motivation to cook dinner for your family. Let me know if you are going to try any of these recipes down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!